So real quick, I want to share an email that I just received because honestly, man, people are in distress. They are literally having a hard time just getting by, stress from safety, stress from lack of finances, stress from just crime in general. And they feel that there's no way out. And so people are starting to explore this opportunity of living abroad and living somewhere else. And it's still hard for people to believe that they can get that peace, and hard for folks to believe that, yes, they can have a better quality of life. So, and let me read this to you because I'm getting emails from folks where they're having to run into the bathroom, duck in the bathtub because folks outside the door shooting. People, I mean, all sorts of stuff. So let me just read this. Hi, Cortez. I am in need of a way to escape the USA as an expat. I'm a widow and a veteran and would have thought I could retire here and be safe, here being the United States. But I will be 70 years old this month and am still working part-time along with door dashing. I am still struggling financially. It's not safe on the streets. It's like the Wild Wild West. I have been an advocate for our community, but I'm tired of the way it is and just want to live peacefully. Can you help me? Please, my rent just went up from $770 to $845. I can't save money like this. Now, the guy is a veteran, trying to retire but still having to work a part-time job and doing door dashing. And like he said in the message, he's still struggling. Rent done shot up from $770 a month to $845 a month. With the $700 a month, I mean, I don't know what type of place this person is living in, but I mean, I told y'all I placed a lady in the house a couple of months ago for $250 a month. That included, and the electric bill was only $25 a month. So, I mean, this guy literally could cut his rent by more than 50%. And the beauty is he won't have to make as much money. I don't know what type of pension he has or retirement he has, and I know this sounds crazy, but you don't need a whole lot of money to live here. Now, Merida is one of the fastest, I think they say in the top 5 most expensive cities or fastest growing cities in terms of cost. Expenses is going up. It's starting to become expensive. But there are other parts of Merida on the outskirts, and even within Merida, there's a whole section of it, the east, the west, the south side of Merida, where you can get places for a couple of $100s a month. I'm about to go look at a place later on today that they selling for $21,000. And in that same neighborhood, they have places for $150 a month. I know it sounds unbelievable. Now, the $150 a month, it ain't gonna be as pretty as attractive, but one thing it's gonna be is safe. And if your goal is to cut your expenses so much so that you can have some serious breathing room, $150 a month spot might do it, but you only have to go that low. You can, like I say, you can get $250 and be in a very nice area, and again, safe. And that frees up much more money so that you can save money. I've seen folk come out here and all they got is $1,000 a month, but they made the decision that I'm gonna live in this type of place that I know that is safe. I can walk across the street, go get me some tacos, go across the street, get me some fresh fruits and juices. I can go out to eat once or twice a week, which is something that they're unable to do back at home on the pension that they got. But it's possible here. The crime here, I have zero concern for safety. I don't have any fear. You can literally walk around at 2 o'clock in the morning and ain't nobody gonna bother you. Ain't nobody gonna say anything to you. And in fact, you're gonna see quite a few other folks out there at 2 o'clock in the morning. you really can have peace. You really can have a life. You've seen these interviews that I've had with other folks. These are folks sharing their experiences. Now, many people come and it's difficult for them to make the transition. And so many go back. And like I've always said, it's not an easy transition, but it's one that can be done if you're willing to put in the work, have the patience, and just ride it out. You just gotta make it through the first year, and things just drastically improve and get better. But the first few months is gonna be difficult. It's gonna be challenging. It's gonna be hard. There's no easy way around that. But you will have peace from day one. You won't, the fear of going outside and fear of being attacked or robbed or held up at gunpoint, that goes away on day one. Might take you 2 or 3 days to realize that it's possible and that it's true, but that goes away. The safety of your life and the safety of your children's life goes away on day one. The moment you step off that plane, any issues with safety is gone. You will not be ducking bullets. You know what I mean? So if that is a priority, it's very real here in Merida. I don't know about the other parts, but I'm talking about Merida specifically. You can start saving. I've seen folks on $1,000 a month. They have money left over at the end of the month now on $1,000 a month pension. Now, I know a lot of y'all be like, wow, you can't even qualify for residency with $1,000 a month. Well, not everybody's in the same. Everybody's situation is different. Some folks might have had a lump sum of money savings in their account that qualify them that way. There's a string of options that qualifications where, yeah, if you're only making $1,000 a month, but you qualify other ways. So, cause I know I always get those comments. Hey, are you talking crazy? $1,000 a month, you can't even get. Yeah, well, like I say, everybody's situation is different. But I know for a fact, I think people with $1,000 a month, they have money left over at the end of the month. They saving. One guy I know is going to Mexico City for a week. After saving for about 8 months, he's like, man, I got, not only am I able to go out and eat, I got money that I can go to Mexico City for 5 days and hang out and have a fairly decent time because I've been able to save money. And I'm like, wow. You don't have to struggle. You don't have to go through that in the States or wherever you're at. The hardest decision you're gonna have to make is if you really wanna leave. And are you gonna stick it through? And are you gonna ride through this thing? And if you do, your life can change overnight. You don't have to struggle. Struggle can end. Get here, get on the plan, get on the budget, stick to the plan. Your financial worries go away overnight. The hardest part, again, most folks get here, they spend like crazy because a lot of the stuff appears to be cheap and those little savings add up and you want to go hang out and all that. And the first few months, budget gets thrown out the window. But if you're not that person and you can stick to the budget, man, you're going to be fine. You're going to have a cushion 6 months down the road. You're going to have a cushion. You're going to have some money saved up and you're going to have a life. And I'm talking about being able to go out to eat, maybe even have somebody come by and clean your house once a week if that's what you like. You got my wallet?
No, I need the card.
So y'all, you got options. You just got to decide if this is the move you want to make. I recommend, and if it's something you're considering, come check it out for a couple of months. Some folks have just got on the plane and they like, I don't need to come check nothing out. I don't have a choice and I'm gonna make it work. And you have to make that decision. I advise folks to come check it out first, but there are some folks who just don't have the option. And we've helped several folks settle in like that. And they here fine. Now they had it a little rough. But after about 8 months, they great. They straight. They like, oh my God, best decision ever. Some folk got here and just kind of got stuck, couldn't afford to go back. And And by default, they ain't have no choice but to stay. But after 6 months, you go back and visit them folks, they like, man, I'm glad I didn't have enough money to get back because I would have missed it. I would have been on the plane, I would have been out of here, and I would have missed my blessing. You know what I mean? So that seemed to be the sweet spot, riding that time out, getting through the hard part, because there is a hard part. Start learning this language, start studying, start prepping. Come up with some goals, come up with some plans, know what you're gonna do when you get here. You have to have all that mapped out. Our Move Abroad Academy course helps you plan that. Do that. If you hadn't done that, if you don't have a plan, go through the site, moveabroadandthrive.com/academy. Sign up for that, and we'll walk you through that. Because like I say, most folks who come here without a plan, they don't make it. You gotta have a plan. You gotta know what you're gonna be doing. You gotta have something to do. You're gonna have to keep busy. I see it all the time, people coming in and they sitting in the house all day bored. Worked all your life and forgot what you enjoy doing, forgot what your passions are, and you know, now it's time to jump back in and figure out what those things are so you can have something to do. You can finally have a life. There's some guys out here, and I'm talking about guys and ladies, but guys out here, they done started themselves a garden. Maybe one day I go out there and videotape them working in their garden. That was something they always wanted to do. Now they had the time. So book a consultation if you'd like to talk. moveabroadandthrive.com/consultation. Sign up for the academy, moveabroadandthrive.com/academy. If you're not a part of our VIP members group, you can go in there, post questions, ask me directly. I answer questions in there. moveabroadandthrive.com/VIP. You could change the situation, but it's gonna require you to make a decision and follow through. So that's all I got for today. Thanks for watching. Cartel Ross. Have a wonderful day.